Hello everyone. How are you all doing? Today I want to welcome you to the 7th season of Naruto was ignored by his family and made a contract with the KITSUNE'S. Tomorrow there will be a new and very interesting fanfic on the channel. So if you want a new season, please show some love to tomorrow's video. Now then, enjoy.
23. The altercation, with Menma, in a dark sewage system with nothing but water that flooded the floor. It was like a sewage line that didn't really lead anywhere but 2 rooms in the vast area. In the middle of the 2 doorways, in the dark sewer, was Menma, who was unconscious. "Wake up, brat. We have much to discuss together. Come on, this is something you really want to hear. So wake up already." Menma's eyes just shot open, taking in his surroundings. He's been here before, as it was familiar to him. This was the place he'd go to, willingly or not, to pull on Ninetales chakra. The difference was, he never heard any voices before, let alone 2 voices. Just the sound of raw, powerful chakra swirling around in a cage that he can access at any time. Menma slowly got up, analyzing the room. "Come over here." The low and dark voice spoke, which shook Menma a bit. He never heard something so menacing before in his life. He looked around, trying to find the person who spoke. "Holy shit, you're slow. On your right, you idiot. The right door." He turned to the right to see a giant cage holding a being with yellow slitted eyes, glaring directly into his soul with razor-sharp teeth looking to sink themselves into his flesh. At first sight, it made Menma jump and start to shake in fear. It also didn't help that its chakra was enormous, enough to make him nearly throw up. "Come to me, you worm." Menma, with shaky legs, moved onwards to the mysterious being, very cautiously. Once he was in front of the cage that held it, the being spoke. "You harbor fear for me. Good. You know not to mess with me, then. You also harbor deep hatred. Hatred for your village, hatred for your family and villagers who turned on you, but most of all, you hold absolute abhorrence for your brother, Naruto." Menma began to growl, losing a bit of fear he had towards the being once it spoke the name of his brother. The being saw his anger rise and he locked his lips. "Excellent. The thing I noticed with you humans is that whenever there's darkness in one's heart, they try their very hardest to suppress it, never letting it reach the light. But with you, brat, he. You let your colors show for what they're worth. I like that about you." Menma looked at the being in the cage with curiosity. "What are you?" The being closed its yellow eyes. "I do not know. I was just created to be a source of mass chakra. I was held in a jar by that man, who had a very ominous and disgusting chakra. He created me with ability to wield dark chakra. He called me Black Ninetales." Menma widened his eyes in shock. Now that he took a good look at the being, he had blended so well in the darkness of the cage, but the entire time, he was staring at the entire body of Black Ninetales. He just looked like a black color version of the original Ninetales with yellow eyes. "So you're Black Ninetales? How did Orochimaru make you?" "Beats the fuck out of me." Though in the jar, I heard him say to that glasses-wearing prick that he was able to bargain with some doctor in the Sky Village or something to get a sample, though he refused, so they killed him and took it by force. He used those samples to make me, I'm guessing. Menma scratched his head. He never knew there was a village in a sky. This world was weird sometimes. "Well, in any case, I'm gonna use your power to help me destroy my village and my brother and become the most powerful shinobi in the lands. Naruto has no chance at stopping me." "Damn fucking right he doesn't." A new voice spoke. Menma turned around and saw him. Another version of him. "Menma, you rude fuck. Aren't you gonna say hi to your longtime pal?" it said. Menma was confused on a whole different level. Why was he looking at himself? Also, why was he so goddamn hot? He didn't understand why girls turned him down. He was an Adonis. "What are you now?" The other Menma smiled as he pointed to himself with his thumb. "Well, that's easy to answer. I'm you. The you that you have accepted and loved through. I'm the evil you. I'm the one you need to get behind. With me around, you'll have the power to sync with Black Ninetales as it thrives off of negative feelings, kinda like the real Ninetales." Menma laughed as he high-fived his dark half. "Ha! Good shit. I like this guy. Exactly. As do I. Wait, stop. You can't do this, a more meek voice said. Everyone turned their eye to small child. He had red hair that was spiky and at the ends of the tips was black. He had 2 whisker marks on each sides of his cheeks and had dark purple eyes. He wore a blue t-shirt with the red Uzumaki symbol on the back and had on white shorts and black sandals. This was Menma as a child. Menma watched him with curiosity. What's this now? Evil Menma kicked the child in the stomach. That abomination is the good you. What a faggot he is though, always trying to preach on about how the things we do is morally wrong and all that bullshit. A good backhand usually shuts him, though. But this is wrong. Menma, don't do this. Don't go down the PP path that you're going down. It's W wrong. You can still change dash. Shoo what you up. Dark Menma, after he uttered those words, kicked good Menma in the Black Ninetails cage, where Black Ninetails looked grateful. Well, I guess it's been a while since I've eaten. Since I'm just chakra, I don't really need food, but the way you're whining, I might as well just dig in. Menma and Dark Menma watched as in amusement as the kid version was dodging Black Ninetails as it attempts to eat him. How long will I be in here? Well, that depends whenever your chakra adapts to Black Ninetails. By the look of things, it's moving pretty fast since not too long ago you were a partial Jinchuriki, so your chakra points were still large to hold more chakra. So it should be a couple of hours at best. For now, we'll watch this wretch get eaten and soon. We'll be training and plotting Konoha's destruction and Naruto's death. I like the sound of that, partner. Outside of Menma, the Uzumaki was passed out on the ground. The sealing completed. Kidamaru looked about spent as he used a good portion of his chakra. Crap. That took a lot longer than I expected. Though sealing the thing was going to be the hard part, but really, it was breaking the damn lock. The actual sealing part was a walk in the park compared to that. The 4th Hokage's really knows his stuff. Tayuya groaned. Quit dick riding and let's hurry up and activate the Uchiha's curse mark. We're running out of time. The tree fuckers are probably almost here. Sakan spoke as he got up from his sitting position. Well, of course, we don't want to upset Orochimaru-sama. He moved over to where the Uchiha was as the others prepared themselves. The boy was passed out, tired of waiting. He and the Uzumaki were up pretty late all when they left and were running towards them with no break in their minds and bodies. He kicked him in the gut slightly, though enough power to make the Uchiha grunt. Wake up! It's time to get started on your seal. Sasuke opened his eyes, though as soon as he did, a glare was his immediate response to Sakan. Finally! With Naruto and Ko, the team was moving out to be as planned in their assigned formation. Kiba, Sayori, Shikamaru, Naruto, Choji, Lee and Niji. They have kept this formation since they left the village and things were looking quiet. Remember everyone, keep your guard up. Just because things are quiet right now, doesn't mean they're good, Naruto said. Exactly, they could have set up some traps, so watched out. Kiba and Sayori. I'm expecting you two to trace them out if there are any. Especially you, Sayori. Sayori nodded right, but let's not get carried away here. All of us should be on our lookout for anything suspicious, Naruto said. Understood, the team yelled. So what exactly is our plan once we reach them, Shikamaru? Naruto, we have no idea what we'll be facing. We might be heading into an ambush, Niji said from the back. Well, Akamaru smells that alongside Menma and Sasuke. There are 4 scents, which mean there are 4 more people with him. Shikamaru sighed. They have guards. What a pain in the ass. Shikamaru, what are we gonna do? Choji asked. We should probably play it cool. Don't engage them right off the bat, we should analyze them once we catch up. Pick our targets one by one and disable them quickly. Then snatch Sasuke and Menma, then retreat to the village. And what if they don't listen and put up a fight? Lee asked. Sayori spoke. Then me and Naruto will deal with them personally and trust us. We have no intention of going easy on them. Damn fucking straight, Naruto yelled back with Luna beside him yipping in agreement. Akamaru barked to Kiba, which Luna understood vaguely, and her whole spirit shut down. Naruto none the wiser. What is it, Kiba? What is he saying? Kiba turned his head. Naruto, I know we haven't got along in the past dash. Yeah, no shit. You hated me and I didn't tolerate you. You were annoying. And you're a dead last. A total idiot. Kiba, keep it down unless you want to alert the enemy that we're nearing them. Sayori said hotly, though it because he was insulting Naruto too. Alright, sorry. Anyway, even though we were never really good to each other, I still know when something is not right about you. I don't know if you thought your last fox wasn't worthy enough, but what's with the new replacement? You said that your other fox was your familiar, I believe, so what happened to that red one? That made Naruto quiet and Sayori upset too. Luna began to whimper a bit as she thought of her son, who was dying in that hospital bed. Naruto clenched his fists. He knew that getting to Menma and Sasuke was going to be somewhat of a reliever on him as he would get Kichiro vengeance, but he was betting that even if he did kill Menma, the pain won't go away at the end. Kichiro was going to die and he'd be without a familiar. That white fox beside you, Shikamaru started. It said something of Menma and Sasuke attacking her son. That was Kichiro, wasn't it? That made the entire team gasp besides Sayori and Naruto. Naruto sighed. It's true. Before they left the village, Menma and Sasuke had injured Kichiro fatally. They hit him with a Rasengan and Chidori while he was hunting near the exit of the village. The Rasengan did some internal damage on Kichiro, but the nail on the coffin was the Chidori. It cooked his insides up. He has but days left, and that's if he's strong enough. Kiba stomped hard on the tree branch as he jumped. Those sons of bitches. How dare they? He growled out, which shocked Naruto. He didn't think Kiba would care this much. I'm an Inuzuka, Naruto. No matter what, we cherish our canine companions to the very end. Anyone who dare try that on Akamaru, I'd kill them in an instant. Exactly right, Kiba. What Sasuke and Menma have done is certainly unforgivable. How unyouthful, Lee shouted as well. When we reach them, I'll pound my teaching of youthfulness into their heads with my fists. If I cannot, I will dash. Thanks, Lee, Kiba, but if you don't mind, I'll handle my brother. He wanted my attention, he's got it now. Oh yes, he does, Naruto spoke as he cracked his knuckles. Well, I guess our job is to lead you to them then. Think of us as your escorts then, Shikamaru said with Naruto smiled along with Sayori, but she soon stopped as her Sharingan detected something. Stop! She shouted, getting the group to stop. What is it, Sayori-chan? Look, paper bombs. They're in a formation, so it should mean that perimeter barrier. We should go around. Right, good call, Shikamaru said as the group safely got around the trap only for Akamaru to bark. Yeah boy, I smell them too. They're close, you guys, Kiba said. Niji, locate them, Naruto ordered. Roger, the Hyuga said as he activated his Byakugan. He looked on a few miles ahead and spotted the group. What do you see? The Nara asked. There's 4 of them, all Oto-nin. There's a big one, a girl, a gray-haired one, and a 6-armed guy. They're spread out evenly, so taking one each should be the way to go. Where's Sasuke and Menma? Sayori asked. Niji frowned. I don't see them. Logical guess is that they're in that coffin thing. That made them gasp. They couldn't have KK killed them, right? Choji spoke in fear of the worst. Well, one would think that, but I highly doubt it considering they invaded our borders just to get them. Sayori turned to Naruto. Maybe they killed them and are just taking their bodies to Orochimaru. Maybe, but then again, a fresh body is better. Taking over a dead body doesn't sound appealing to do. I think he may need them alive for that, but then again, who knows? Naruto started. It's pretty obvious now as to why they went to Orochimaru. It's for power. Why else would they go to the pedophile snake? I don't know what Orochimaru bribed Menma with, but Sasuke had an uncontrollable curse mark. It's quite obvious Sasuke want the power of it, so he'll go to where he'll learn to harness it best. The person who created it. Luna growled. The children of your village seem vile, Naruto-kun. It's just those 2, Lunaka-chan. Just those 2. Well, there is Sakura, but she's a special case. Shikamaru. Kiba spoke, but the Nara was already on it. Lee, I want you to go for the big guy. Hit him with your strongest attack, but be quick. Kiba, go for the 2-headed freak. Niji, the 6 arms guy. I'll take the girl. Choji, you guys nab the coffin while. Wait for my signal. The team knew exactly what to do as they got into their positions, but unknowingly to them, the group was already on to them. They fell for it. Kadamaru mumbled as his fingers were wrapped in chakra webs. 2 of them are at my 1 o'clock. Most likely going for Tayuya and Jirobo. Another 2 is at 6, going for me and Sakan. 3 of them, though, are hiding. Probably trying to snatch the Uchiha and Uzumaki. Figures, but what they don't know. Kadamaru nodded at Sakan, who understood. Then the head on his back jumped out and hid in the bushes secretly. As the 2 nod their heads, Sakan threw a paper bomb kunai behind them, blowing up and shooting Niji and Shikamaru out of hiding while Kadamaru pulled out Kiba and Lee. Tayuya and Jirobo moved to capture them, but grabbing them and put them in a hold. Naruto immediately acted by shadow clones and sent deadly strikes to their faces as Sayori and Choji grabbed Kiba and Lee to move them back while Naruto and Luna were in front. The 2 who were attacked fell back while Kadamaru and Sakan moved to them. It was a standoff between Konoha and Otonin. Well, if it isn't the tree fuckers themselves. Tayuya spoke. Beats being Orochimaru's cock sleeves, Sayori shouted back, getting hard glares from all of them. I'll ask nicely first, so I recommend giving me an answer. I'm not in a good mindset to be messing around. Menma. Sasuke. Where are they? Naruto asked, dead serious in his voice that kinda sent a chill down both his enemies and his allies' back. Naruto glanced at the box, near the 6-armed dude. So is my Hyuga comrade's assumption correct? Are they in there? Talk. Now. Or what? What do you think you'll accomplish? Naruto glared hard. His red-slitted eyes showed along with his darkened whisker marks, but he slowly calmed himself, reverting back to his normal facial features. Shikamaru piped up. Look, gang, we don't really want to fight. Just give us the Uchiha and Uzumaki and we'll be on our way. No need for things to get messy. Sakan laughed. Oh, but we want things to be messy, very messy indeed. Just before the group was about to attack, Jirobo stopped them. He slammed his hands down on the ground. Earth style, Earth Dome Prison. Surrounding the team of Genin and Chunin was a dome of earth that entrapped them into it in an instant. Go on. I caught them, so it's my feast. Go. Jirobo yelled to his team. Right? But bring your fat ass back as soon as possible, you hear? Tayuya pressured as the team picked up the coffin and left, leaving Jirobo behind. The team inside the dome were confused. Let us out. This is a very unyouthful way of defeating your opponents. Lee shouted. Yeah. Like that'll make him release the jutsu. Kiba retorted. What is this shit? Sayori shouted as she channeled Chidori. Ah! She shouted as she slammed her hand in the wall, but it made a dent. That's weird. Earth style is weak to lightning style. Why isn't my Chidori working? Choji sighed as he began stuffing his face with a bag of chips. Maybe it's because your jutsu is too weak of a lightning jutsu? No, that's not it, Shikamaru answered. Then what is it then? Lee asked, as he momentarily stopped punching the wall to escape. I think what he means is that even as a strong earth jutsu, a lightning jutsu should still be able to make a better dent in that. But look, Naruto spoke as he saw the wall begin to repair itself. It just repaired, like it wasn't even a scratch there. Niji said in shock. Exactly, this dome is special. Niji, can you figure out what is going on? Sayori, attack with me now. Channel your Chidori. I'll hit it with a Rasengan. The Uchiha nodded as she ran through the hand seals again. Once the 2 attacked it with everything they got, Niji examined the damage as it again repaired itself, but what he found out was shocking. It's absorbing our chakra. That's how it's repairing itself. That Otonin is using the chakra from us to repair it. What? Kiba and Lee shouted. Even by just standing here, our chakra is being sucked out this very minute. We've got to get out of here, Niji said. Kiba growled. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not about to just let this punk steal my chakra. Right, Akamaru? The dog barked in agreement as the 2 got into their fighting stances as Kiba gave him a pill. Fong over Fong. As Kiba was going all over the dome, Luna walked over to Naruto. So his plan is to instead focus on one point to get a better advantage of breaking out. He wants to try all over the place. He's an odd one, Naruto-kun. Naruto chuckled a bit. Neji and Sayori, who had their respective Dojutsu active, and Shikamaru, who was watching the walls intently after Kiba's attack. Choji, buddy, can you do a human boulder right behind you there? Neji and Sayori nodded in agreement. Precisely around here, Neji said as he threw a kunai at the wall, pinpointing where Choji should aim. Choji, who had coincidentally finished eating, smiled. Of course, I'm always ready to rumble. Kiba and Lee looked absolutely confused while Naruto remained silent, observing what is going on rather than speaking his thoughts on what's happening. Choji slammed his hands together and charged his jutsu. Expansion Jutsu, Human Boulder. As he turned into a gigantic ball, he spun in a great speed and rammed his body in the wall, grinding into it before he completely destroyed it and created a way out. Lee and Kiba were in shock, especially the latter since he had tried every side of the dun and couldn't even make it crack. What the fuck? How the hell did he do that? Kiba asked as everyone was out. Shikamaru smirked as he looked at Choji. You see, Kiba, after your attempt at trying to break out, we saw that there were areas repairing themselves slower than others in the dome. Me and Neji were confirming the areas that were the slowest, as that meant there were weak spots in the dome, so while I counted the areas with my Sharingan, Neji thoroughly checked the weakest one between them with his Byakugan. Sayori said, so when you found it, you had Choji, who is physically the strongest of us, to break through. I see. Damn guys, even I didn't think of that, Naruto admitted. Well, they wouldn't have figured it out without me doing that attack in the beginning, so thank me too. Right? Right? Kiba desperately said to hopefully get praise. Yes, Kiba, you did a good job too, Shikamaru said in an apathetic way. Yes, you all did a good job, but truthfully, I guess you guys don't like being pitted, I guess. Luna frowned. Pitted? Jirobo smiled. Yeah, I mean, you're all so pathetically weak. Though I should kill you all without causing you so much pain, but since you all want it the hard way, I guess I have no choice but to oblige, huh? Kiba and Lee growled. Pathetically weak, huh? I'll teach you. Let me hit you with my power of youth. Naruto shouted. No, wait, stop. But it was too late, the two were already running. Kiba ran in first with his jutsu. Tunneling Fong. Jirobo watched Kiba come at him with a manic way. That's lame. Come on, you can do better than that. He basically slapped Kiba away, forcibly making Kiba stop his attack from the power hit. Lee jumped up. Leaf Hurricane. The big Oto Nin first blocked Lee's attack but grabbed him, stopping him from delivering a combo and spun around, building momentum to throw Lee right at Kiba, who had just gotten up. Damn! Shikamaru. Sync up! Naruto shouted as he ran through hand seals. Shikamaru nodded his head. Right, guys, distract him. Luna eyed the behemoth of a shinobi, smirking as electricity flowed through her body. With her size, she had the advantage since she was much smaller than him. It's been a while since I really let loose like I am now. Poor kid. Won't even know what hit him. Come on. We must let Shikamaru and Naruto-kun recharge their chakra. I'll create an opening for you, Kits. The fox shouted as she charged in, very fast that it was hard to spot her, even with Sayori's Sharingan. She was basically a white blur. Kurama sighed in nostalgia. Never in all my years being sealed did I ever think I would see my mate in battle again. Naruto turned to the fox. Seeing as she is the current Kitsune clan head, I'm guessing she fights good. The giant fox scoffed. Fights good? You underestimate her. She fights beautifully. She's one of the few beings in this wayward shinobi world who can do some serious damage to me in battle. That made Naruto shoot his eyes wide open in shock as he just continued to watch Luna run at blinding speeds around Jirobo, confusing him. I knew Lunaka-chan was powerful since she's the clan head, but never thought she was that powerful. Luna. Luna stops running finally, right at a blind spot of the Oto Nin. He was still daisy from trying to follow her movements with his eyes and body, but she moved way too fast for him. She smirked. She had him right where she wanted him. She begins to channel her lightning chakra out of her body, creating 2 lightning-enhanced foxes. Lightning style, Lightning Fong. The 2 lightning foxes charged at Jirobo, running at him like a normal fox would. Jirobo dodged the first one by jumping into the air, making that one lightning fox land on the ground when it pounced at him, exploding into powerful electric explosion. Unfortunately for Jirobo, since he was so preoccupied with the first one, he forgot the second lightning fox, which met him head-on in the air and struck him, shocking him good, sending his body to the ground. Yes, got him. Luna yipped, but she was surprised to see Jirobo stand up. Although a bit slower since his body was still affected, he could still move. Heh, you don't think Orochimaru-sama hasn't tortured us enough to handle pain? Although I admit, your lightning jutsu was one of the strongest ones I felt. When dealt to handle physical pain of Orochimaru-sama, I can endure anything you all dish out at me. The white fox glared at him like a superhuman freak. As time passes, she was really hating this Orochimaru fellow more and more. Jirobo moved his limbs, seeming to have trouble with them. Damn, I can't even move my body at 100% anymore. That's some fox you are. You'll make a good meal. Before Luna can attack, kunai and shuriken were thrown at Jirobo, who dodged easily. He looked to see Niji and Sayori running in for the fox's defense. To get at her, you go through us, Sayori shouted, which made Jirobo laugh as he saw the two. He knew the respective clans of Konoha thanks to Orochimaru. He's smuggling an Uchiha, so he's seen the Sharingan already, but the Hyuga is a different thing. He knew of the clan's personal beef with one another thanks to their opinion on who has the better Jujutsu. To see them work together was highly unlikely and truly amusing to see. Never thought I would see a Sharingan and Byakugan combo. I really am blessed with such fine meals. Niji came in first with his gentle fist attacks while Sayori watched with her eyes, waiting for a good moment to counterstrike. Niji aimed a fast strike to Jirobo's right shoulder blade, but the big guy blocked it with a fast wrist grab. Niji panicked a bit, but he calmed himself as he went to jab his face to stun him, but he grabbed that one too. Niji smirked at him as he didn't see Sayori behind him with a devastating kick in the face, as she was now in the fight. They really had to thank Luna as her jutsu was still in effect. Jirobo was sluggish. The lightning chakra that attacked him jumbled his body. He was still recovering. The Oto Nin rubs his chin in annoyance before he charges at her with a large overhead swing. Her Sharingan easily read his intentions, so dodging was easy as she slid under his arm. She reacted quickly after that before he got the chance to turn his body. She kicked him towards Niji, who got into his stance. 8 trigrams. Rotation. He spun around very fast to deflect Jirobo's body back at Sayori. She got on her back and sent all her power to her legs to kick Jirobo up into the sky, where Lee and Kiba were waiting. Don't think we forgot about what you did to us. Tunneling Fong. Leaf drop. With that, Lee and Kiba sent Jirobo crashing down to the ground with a great boom. Choji, who was watching it all, was in shock. As the dust cleared fro the large crater that Jirobo was in, Shikamaru sent off his shadow to capture him, while Naruto sent his wood to bind him and steal his chakra. You stole my chakra. It's only fair I get it back, right? Choji, who was behind Naruto and Shikamaru, was in awe. Such power. When did everyone get so good? Why aren't I like that? Shikamaru and Naruto chose me for this mission yet. I couldn't do anything besides break open a dun, which is something most of the team can do anyway. Why am I so weak? Naruto tightened the wood around him, not even for a second, letting him get the chance to escape. You have him tied down good? The Nara asked. Oh yeah, he's not going nowhere. Release your jutsu. Shikamaru nodded as he let go of his shadow paralysis jutsu as Jirobo stopped squirming. Alright, that's one down. Good work guys, but the job's not finished yet. We have a lot of ground to cover for the time lost, so we gotta move fats or its mission failed for use. They must be halfway to the border by now. We gotta move. Naruto spoke out loud and everyone agreed. Shikamaru turned to the Hyuga. Can you still see them, Niji? The Hyuga turned his head into the direction of where the enemy left and activated his Byakugan. They're a bit far out, but since we didn't take too long here, they're not unreachable. We can still catch them. Not so fast. a powerful voice said along with a loud boom that was heard from the crater where Jirobo was. The Oto Nin broke free from his bindings and charged at the Konoha Nins with extreme power, but luckily, they dodged it in time. They landed on a tree as they watched the crazy Oto glare at them. He looked different as he now had markings on his face. Those marks, it's like the marks on Sasuke, Niji said. Naruto frowned. Crap, we don't have time to deal with this. If we don't get past him, we'll lose Sasuke and Menma. Crap. I really didn't want to have to use more chakra on this dude, but I have no choice. Go, a stern voice said. Everyone turned their heads to the Akimichi in shock. Nobody was thinking of leaving behind one of their own to fight these kind of lunatics by themselves. These guys, by the looks of this dude, were insanely powerful individually. Who knows what the hell they're like together, but splitting up wasn't the option. Besides, even if they were thinking of leaving someone behind, it wouldn't be Choji of all people. Naruto didn't want to admit it, but Choji wasn't on the strong side, and he meant mentally. He had potential to be strong, but he lets his kind, gentle nature get in the way. He's like a male, more sizable Hinata in that regard. So when he said that, Naruto was very concerned. Choji, no hell no. But you said so yourself. We wait any longer and we'll lose Menma and Sasuke for good. We can't take that risk. Naruto inwardly punched himself. Fuck. Why must I always think out loud? Damn it. He thought. Just go. I'll be alright. I have my secret weapon with me. Naruto, Sayori, you have unfinished business with your brothers. Don't stop now just because this guy's in your way. So let me take him off your hands. That made Shikamaru sigh. He's hitting them where it hurts most. Choji, you slick son of a bitch. You better come back to us. Choji. Naruto, he's right. This our mission and we took it with the prepared risk of death. Don't forget, Choji is a shinobi of Konoha too, the Nara said. Naruto frowned. He really didn't want to leave Choji here. He was one of his good friends back in the academy and his charge, but he saw the look in Choji's eyes. He needed this better than any of them did. Choji, beat this fat jack in the box. On it. Everyone besides Choji jumped off, infuriating Jirobo. Oh no you don't. Expansion Jutsu. Human boulder. Choji yelled as he moved to distract Jirobe from attacking the group as they made their escape. Run guys. Run. Choji said, but was soon uppercut to the sky and landed on his back. Jirobo cracked his knuckles. You're fucking dead, kid. Shoulda let your friends help out, but no. It's all over. Choji gulped. Ah. I think I made a hoopsie. Choji versus Jirobo will happen as canon, as will all the other fights will be. Meanwhile, in Konoha 2 hours later, in room A201 of Konoha's hospital was Team 12 minus Sayori and Naruto, Haku, Takeo, and Seo, and of course, the reason that all these people are in the room in the first place was him, the small red three-tailed fox, Kichiro, who wasn't getting any better. Minato had left as he had to return to his Hokage duties, but he wished the young fox well, even though he knew the worst was gonna come. Shizune also had to leave, even though she didn't want to, but she had to. She had other patients at the hospital who also needed her care at the moment, so she had to leave, though she fought tooth and nail to book Kichiro's room private until the fox passes, while every hour or so, she would come in and check up on them. Though it was more for herself than it was for the kit. She swore to herself that she'll make that fox as comfortable as possible before he dies. That she swore. Hana also had to take off, though she left with Shizune some key medicine that will help with Kichiro's pain. Not all normal human medicine will work for Kichiro, who is a fox. Right now they were just watching Kichiro sleep, seeing if the fox had any trouble breathing of any sort. I'll never forgive them for this, Yakumo said as she clenched her fists, tears threatening to spill over. Forgive who? Haku asked. Menma and Sasuke. How can they do this? Kichikuin was supposed to live a long, happy life. He was like our team mascot. He was to stay by our side till he died of old age, or depending on him being Nine-Tails' son, watching us die. Oh, I don't know. But what I do know is that it shouldn't have went down like this. I hate them. Those. Anko turned to her student with a sparkle in her eyes. Throughout their time together privately and with the team, there's one thing that Yakumo hasn't done that every member of Team 12 has done. She hasn't sworn. Not even a little. Not once has the team ever heard her say any word of the big three, and it was finally time to hear her say it as she was on her rant. Come on, say it now. Mother truckers. Damn those friggers. Oh, I can't stand them, those po-holes. Anko and the rest of the room deflated. What an elementary rant. A 6-year-old would have no qualms about saying the F word. Probably it's just because they didn't know what they were saying, but yet still, you'd have a better chance getting them to cuss rather than Yakumo. She was just too pure-hearted. Haku, who sighed from her cuss out, patted her back. We know, Yakumo-chan. We feel the exact same way you do. I should be out there helping. Takeo spoke. Takeo and I dash. He was my student. I should be out there getting vengeance on those fucking knob gobblers. But no, I'm here watching him die. Seo whimpered along with him. Naruto is already doing that, Takeo along with Lunasama. Enough people are getting our vengeance. A brother and his mother. I think that's enough. Besides, I think Kichikuen would be happier if everyone was here. Takeo sighed as he watched Kichiro in the bed. Hooked up to a bunch of machinery, the machine was practically breathing for him, which sucked to see. Anko sighed as she watched his unsteady breathing. She gripped the chair hard. She never was close with the fox all that much, but still, he was a part of her team and he was just as lively as her own gen in charge. To see him lying here, dying, is like seeing Naruto himself or Sayori or Yakumo lying here, dying. Fucking hurt. I wonder if they caught the fuckers yet? Made them pay and beat them with an inch of their lives. Takeo smirked. Please, knowing my student, he'll pull through. I bet he's dragging their dumbass right back here barely breathing themselves. If they're alive, that is. Anko and Yakumo smiled. That would be a sight to see. That would be the team's closure for them to feel truly better. Seo shook herself, a bit uneasy. What's wrong, Seo? I don't know. Just a bad feeling. That's all. That made all the people in the room look at her. A bad feeling at this stage in the day after they just got done talking about the success of Naruto's mission was quite disturbing. That usually means it's a bad omen. Before they can grill into the tan fox, they all see a flash appear in the room with a frantic-looking Hokage with a slightly injured white fox in his hands. Takeo and Seo saw that the fox in Minato's hands was in fact Luna, their leader. Luna-sama? The two foxes shouted in worry while Minato looked a bit worried. He turned to Haku. Haku-san, treat Luna-san for now while Yakumo-san, find Shizune. Tsunade, anyone willing to help? The two nod their heads and sprang into action to do as their Hokage ordered. Hokage-sama, what's going on? Why's Naruto's fox here? Didn't she go on a mission with him? Minato turned to Anko and saw the dead seriousness in his eyes. Anko, bring me Kakashi Hatake and Itachi Uchiha now. I have an urgent mission for them. I don't care what they're doing. Get them here now. Anko, seeing there was no room to argue as her Hokage was acting like he was on the highest form of crack, yet he looked sober as hell. She followed his order directly, jumping out the room window to get the requested shinobi. Minato stared frantically at the nurses rushing in the room to help the white fox on the bed next to Kichiro, who was out like a light thanks to the meta he was on. The Hokage then looked out the window to see the sky was showing signs that it might rain. Just hold on, you six. Help is coming. Just hold on. In his mind, he was unconsciously thinking of the blonde Chunin he just sent out for his brother. Though what he didn't know was that same blonde boy was now facing his direct target in mind at Hashirama and Madara's Valley of the End. The target on Madara's head and the blonde on Hashirama's. The Uzumaki had his back turned to him, but Naruto will never forget that hairstyle. Menma! You motherfucker! 24. To get here, the wind was howling strongly, indicating that the storm was about to start soon. Dark clouds filled the sky, completely blocking out the sunlight. Right now, Naruto was standing on the head of Hashirama Senju in the final valley, staring at Menma's back. Menma was currently standing in the head of Madara Uchiha, staring at the pathway to Orochimaru's. They were dead silent, neither uttering a word due to their own personal reasons. Menma was silent because he had his goals in mind and was feeling his growth in power since he has taken in the Black Nine Tails. He felt the dark chakra course through his veins, smirking viciously. Even when wielding the original Nine Tails power, he never felt this powerful before. Orochimaru really knew what he was doing, as this power was on a whole different scale of things. He felt like he can take on anything. Naruto, on the other hand, was raging inside his head that he was so silent. The pain and suffering of Kichiro dying in that hospital because of him, plus the team he had lost because they all sacrificed themselves so he can get here to Menma, so he can beat the ever-living shit out of this kid and drag his ass back to a jail cell or the chopping block, where either place really suits him as this boy. This lonely little fuck was really pushing his borrowed time. Though he owed it to his father, he'd at least try the calm approach before things really got crazy. That was his job as a ninja of Konoha. Menma, you motherfucker! He shouted at his youngest brother. The hatred and malice in his voice were very much present in his greetings. He had it with this dude. Menma didn't even bother to turn to face Naruto. His back stayed to him, showing the same Uzumaki crest that he was very much disrespecting by deserting the village. Kurama was having a bad feeling in his gut. Kit, I'd watch out if I were you. Something is not right. He's acting weird. This chakra. I've never felt something this malicious since Madara. What is that? Naruto frowned as he heard that. He already beat this lousy-ass excuse of a ninja before, but Kurama never said anything about malicious chakra before. Just what did Orochimaru's goons do to him? So you actually followed me? You're brave. Naruto widened his eyes. Brave? He was brave for challenging him? What the fuck was his brother on? Like his ass wasn't eating his fists like a damn all-you-can-eat buffet back at the Chunin exams. All he took was fists to the face. Menma, turn around, he said viciously. Menma laughed. For what purpose? Naruto was clenching his teeth hard. He was so angry he couldn't see straight. He took a lot of deep breaths in order to calm himself a little. Whatever, I don't need to see your ugly face anyway. If I see your smug little face, I might just snap and outright kill you. Never mind, but nevertheless, by order of the 4th Hokage, you are to return to Konoha for your crimes of desertion and assault. Menma turned his head slightly to his right, looking back at Naruto. Assault? Whatever could you mean, brother? That made Naruto angry. He knew exactly what he did, and he was just getting under his skin. On a regular day, this wouldn't have gotten as much of reaction of Naruto since he didn't acknowledge anything Menma or Naruto did, but this time Menma went too far. Naruto's eyes went crimson with his slitted pupils, and his 3 whisker marks darkened. You know exactly what the fuck you did. Don't play with me, you fucking asshole. How dare you? It would have been different if you tried that shit with me, but to do that to Kichiro dash. Naruto was stopped when he heard Manic laughing from in front of him. Menma was bent over, laughing like he was psychotic. You feel it, don't you? The despair. Good. Embrace it, Naruto. That's all you'll feel from now on. Menma finally turned around to face Naruto. His appearance, though, somewhat shocked Naruto. Half his face was transformed. While his right side was unchanged, his left side was enhanced. His 2 whisker marks were enhanced, like his own 3 on his face, and his canine teeth were sharpened on the same left side. His eyes, though, was what was bothering him. His sclera was black, while the iris of the eye was yellow and the pupil was slitted, almost like Orochimaru's own eyes. Naruto widened his eyes at him. What the hell happened to Menma? What is that? I don't know, but it does make sense that his chakra feels off. Orochimaru must have planted his seed in him already. And why must you make it disgusting, Kurama? Jeez. Well, the man is known for taking children and planting himself inside them. Am I right or am I wrong? Naruto sighed, ignoring his tenant. Seems like you received a gift from a certain pedophile. Menma laughed. Those who resort to name-calling are only jealous because they're overlooked for talent like myself. Orochimaru just seems to have a good eye. That's all. Not really. It just seems like he settled for you. Menma glared at him hard. Seems like you doubt my power now. Naruto Kitsune. I was going to allow you to live longer, allow you to enjoy everything before I take it all from you in one swoop, but you seem to hate your life almost as much as I hate your life. I really do try with others, but I guess it can't be helped. With the power I wield now, I'll destroy you, Naruto, he said. Naruto sighed as he closed his eyes. Well, I tried it your way, Minato, but it seems things were bound to end like this. Did you try it his way, though? Sounds like a half-assed attempt. Exactly. Both Naruto and Kurama grinned. Kill him good, Naruto. Ain't gotta tell me. As Naruto began to channel a bit of Ninetales power he was given, he thought about the others. Choji. Flashback. Alright, that's one down. Good work, guys, but the job's not finished yet. We have a lot of ground to cover for the time lost, so we gotta move fast or its mission failed for use. They must be halfway to the border by now. We gotta move. Naruto spoke out loud and everyone agreed. Shikamaru turned to the Hyuga. Can you still see them, Niji? The Hyuga turned his head into the direction of where the enemy left and activated his Byakugan. They're a bit far out, but since we didn't take too long here, they're not unreachable. We can still catch them. Not so fast, a powerful voice said along with a loud boom that was heard from the crater where Jirobo was. The Oto Nin broke free from his bindings and charged at the Konoha Nins with extreme power, but luckily, they dodged it in time. They landed on a tree as they watched the crazy Oto glare at them. He looked different as he now had markings on his face. Those marks, it's like the marks on Sasuke, Niji said. Naruto frowned. Crap. We don't have time to deal with this. If we don't get past him, we'll lose Sasuke and Menma. Crap. I really didn't want to have to use more chakra on this dude, but I have no choice. Go, a stern voice said. Everyone turned their heads to the Akimichi in shock. Nobody was thinking of leaving behind one of their own to fight these kind of lunatics by themselves. These guys, by the looks of this dude, were insanely powerful individually. Who knows what the hell they're like together, but splitting up wasn't the option. Besides, even if they were thinking of leaving someone behind, it wouldn't be Choji of all people. Naruto didn't want to admit it, but Choji wasn't on the strong side, and he meant mentally. He had potential to be strong, but he lets his kind, gentle nature get in the way. He's like a male, more sizable Hinata in that regard. So when he said that, Naruto was very concerned. Choji, no Heleno. But you said so yourself. We wait any longer and we'll lose Menma and Sasuke for good. We can't take that risk. Naruto inwardly punched himself. Fuck. Why must I always think out loud? Damn it. He thought. Just go. I'll be alright. I have my secret weapon with me. Naruto, Sayori, you have unfinished business with your brothers. Don't stop now just because this guy's in your way. So let me take him off your hands. That made Shikamaru sigh. He's hitting them where it hurts most. Choji, you slick son of a bitch. You better come back to us. Choji. Naruto, he's right. This our mission and we took it with the prepared risk of death. Don't forget, Choji is a shinobi of Konoha too, the Nara said. Naruto frowned. He really didn't want to leave Choji here. He was one of his good friends back in the academy and his charge, but he saw the look in Choji's eyes. He needed this better than any of them did. Choji, beat this fat jack in the box. On it. Everyone besides Choji jumped off, infuriating Jirobo. Oh no you don't. Expansion Jutsu. Human Boulder. Choji yelled as he moved to distract Jirobe from attacking the group as they made their escape. Run guys. Run. Choji said but was soon uppercut to the sky and landed on his back. Jirobo cracked his knuckles. You're fucking dead, kid. Shoulda let your friends help out, but no. It's all over. Choji gulped. Ah. I think I made a hoopsie. Flashback end. Niji. Flashback. The group moved fast away from the area they left Choji in hopes of catching up to the group they were after. I can't believe we just left him there with that freak, Kiba shouted. Well, there wasn't much of a choice to be made at the moment. We know our mission, Naruto said. Yeah, but still dash. Naruto's right, Kiba. Time is crucial right now. The longer we stayed there arguing over who gets to stay and fight, the faster Sasuke and Menma reached the border, Shikamaru stated. I just hope that Kit comes out okay, Luna said, which made Shikamaru go silent for a bit before he smirked at the white fox. Please. I know Choji even more so than Naruto does. Choji was inspired by everyone's performance just then, and he wanted to carry his weight too. Lee looked at Shikamaru as the team were jumping through the trees. You really think he has the power to do so? Yeah, I mean, physically he's the strongest, but in terms of skill. Sayori let the sentence go dead. Trust me on this, when it counts, Choji is not to be underestimated. Especially with his secret weapon. Though I hope he doesn't use all of it. What is this secret weapon anyway? Niji asked, but Shikamaru stopped answering questions as the team moved on in silence after that, not opting to say a word more, which Niji respected. It's obvious that the Nara was worried just as much as they were, but he didn't want to show it. The group kept going, but Naruto looked around at his surroundings. He snarled as he turned to Shikamaru. You noticed, right? The Nara nodded his head. Of course I did. It's actually rather insulting. What's so insulting? Lee shouted. Yeah. Nothing's even happened yet. That's the point. Kit Luna spoke as she ran alongside Naruto. The fact that nothing is happening is the insulting part. Why is that? The group thought about it for a while until Sayori spoke. The ones ahead think the ones following them is their teammate. They didn't expect us to be following them. They expected their own teammate to kill us, she said, narrowing her eyes in a bit of anger. No, actually that's not it, a voice spoke out from nowhere. The group looked around before Kiba shouted, having smelled his scent. Above us, he shouted. Everybody looked to see the six-armed guy above them, gathering something in his arms. Before he threw it, he moved fast to kick Naruto, who was in his line of sight, down to the ground with a nasty crash. Naruto! Sayori shouted. Kidamaru grinned as he turned around and got his attack ready for the other five. He shot it, making it expand into a large web that he created. They all dodged it in time, but Kidamaru was on the move for his next attack. He aimed for the Nara first, seeing he was the slowest of everyone there. Kidamaru shot a web at Shikamaru's back as he tried to escape. Once it hit, Shikamaru was slammed to a tree and pinned. Shit, Shikamaru! Sayori shouted before she ran through hand seals. Alright, asshole. Take this. Fire style. Fireball jutsu. Sayori shot out a nice-sized fireball at Kidamaru, who dodged it quite easily. Ha! Missed! Sayori smirked. Did I? Kidamaru frowned as he saw the giant fireball separate into tiny fireballs and direct themselves back to his low action. Shit, she tricked me. It wasn't a regular fireball jutsu. Kidamaru frowned as he sprung webs around the trees to help him evade the fire. Sayori wasn't finished though, as she began to use her ninja wire to direct the flames. So she had ninja wire on them. What the hell is this girl? I didn't even see her do that. Gotcha! Kiba shouted. What? Kidamaru shouted in his mind. He glared back at Sayori, who smirked. So she was just luring me here? Well, she thinks she's so clever. Kidamaru saw Kiba and Akamaru get ready for their jutsu, but he acted quickly. He sprung webs above him and pulled himself above their attack height range, making Kiba and Akamaru come down forcibly, though they fell into his unintentional trap. There were a lot of webs around the area thanks to him trying his hardest to evade the Uchiha's attack, though he created a perfect web to trap someone in, and it so happened to be the Inuzuka. Grrrrrrrr. You coward! Kidamaru laughed, but he felt a presence behind him. Take this! Lee shouted, ready to hit him with a swift kick. Too easy. He stopped his attack by grabbing his Lee's leg with 3 arms holding him in place. Then he tied him up in a web cocoon, making him unable to escape. Niji, who used that time to come out, sent a fast strike at Kidamaru's back. Kidamaru dodged easily and sent a web at Niji, which trapped him easy. Damn! Niji shouted. Sayori watched as their plan failed and she frowned. Sayori activated her Sharingan and pulls out her kunai. Bastard! She then moves to Kidamaru. Kidamaru shoots his webs at her in hopes of capturing her easily, but she jumped around and avoided it. She jumoed high and sent a fast chakra-enhanced kunai at him, but he dodged it as he swung away. The kunai embedded itself into a tree, and thankfully, Sayori had added ninja wire to the kunai so she could swing around too. Kidamaru swung clockwise if the large tree while Sayori swung counterclockwise so she can meet him halfway and attack him. Though what she met was nothing on the other side of the tree. Ha! Kidamaru came out from behind her and shot her web at her back, slamming her to a tree and trapping her. "Shit!" she shouted. Kidamaru laughed as he hung himself upside down with his webs. "Well, that was easy. I hit everyone and I didn't even use my curse mark dash. Not everyone used six-arm jag off." Kidamaru turned his head only to dodge a sword. The sword was sent to the direction of Sayori. The sword, however, was caught but not by Sayori, hell, not even by Kidamaru. "And Niji," Naruto and Sayori said. The Hyuga used the sword to cut down the Uchiha, and the two landed on the opposite side of the six-arm character. "Took you long enough, Naruto." Niji smirked. The human Kitsune smirked. "Well, the ultimate masturbator over here sent the kick straight for Luna here. While I stopped any serious injuries, her front leg was broken, so I had to treat it a bit. Sorry for the long wait." "No worries. So, you thought of it too, Naruto. Judging by your blade being infused with your chakra, I can only assume you know. Chakra dash can only be dealt with by using chakra. Yes, I saw the chakra webs he made. It was easy enough." Kidamaru was glaring. "What?" he said in anger and slight fear. Never had any of his opponents been able to escape his jutsu besides one person. Niji smiled. "My Byakugan can see the chakra in the webs you created. My art, Gentle Fist, focuses chakra to the tips of my fingers so I can cancel out chakra flow. Once I did that, escape was easy, and my sword acts as an extension of my chakra network. I can summon chakra to it and cut through basically anything." That irritated Kidamaru. Just who were these kids? Luna appeared by him with a bandage on her leg. "The other kids dash. I got them out," Niji said, and as if on K, Lee, Kiba and Shikamaru appeared, all surrounding Kidamaru. "Well, that was a bit of a surprise," Shikamaru said. "But we won't be fooled again." Lee spoke as he got in his taijutsu stance. "Exactly, you're finished," Naruto said. Kidamaru frowned as he began to create more webs from his mouth to prepare for this battle. He had two people in this group who can cut through his webs. The blonde, though, he looks like no joke. I used curse mark level 1 to kick him. He should be down for the count, but he got up. His chakra levels 2. I need to be careful with this one. Just as Naruto was gonna attack, the Hyuga then shouted, "No! Leave him to me. Niji, now I know you're high. No way are we leaving you here. You know what the stakes are. I don't have to tell you that, just go." Flashback end. Kiba, Shikamaru. Flashback. Kiba, Lee, Sayori, Shikamaru and Naruto were heading out after leaving Niji back there to deal with the spider freak. "I should have stayed back there and helped out with Niji," Lee said, but Naruto shook his head. "There would be no point. You'd only be a liability, Lee. Your taijutsu isn't suitable for that guy. All you can really do is believe in your comrade." Lee grunted in a frustrated kind of way. Naruto felt the exact same way. He had the power to deal with these ass clowns, but he couldn't allow Sasuke and Menma to reach the border. Each time he had to sacrifice his friends for the mission, it made him all the madder at his brother. Sayori looked ahead and smiled. "Well, what do we have here?" As the group heard that, they looked ahead and saw the two-sound ninja resting with the coffin. The group planted themselves on a branch right in front of them. "Well, isn't this a surprise?" Shikamaru said. "Guess you guys got a little tired, huh? Well, I'm not going to go easy on you just because you can't fight back," Naruto said. Tayuya and Sakan glared at them. "Great. No sign of Jirobo or Kidamaru." "Nope, our friends must have kicked their asses. So don't expect them to come save you now," Kiba shouted. "Since we're the forgiving kind of people, we'll ask again, since 5-on-2 isn't a good chance at all. 7 if you count the mutts." Akamaru barked in slight anger and Luna glared at Naruto. "Consider yourself grounded, mister." Naruto sheepishly laughed at his fox summons. "Sorry, Lunaka-chan. Anyway, give them up. Now." "I'd listen to Naruto. He's being rather nice considering what's happened in the last 24 hours, Sayori said. Sakan glared at all of them. "Like I care. I can take you all down, easily." The sound Nin charged at them. Kiba and Lee jumped in to counter him, but Sakan was fast enough to defuse Kiba with a barrage of punches. Lee, though, was a different breed. "Hiya!" he shouted as he kicked Sakan back. Sakan flew back a bit, but he landed safely on a tree branch. Lee continued his onslaught as he tried to send a heel drop on Sakan, but the Oto Nin moved. Lee sped to Sakan's retreating body with a punch to his back. Sakan smirked because, to Lee, and fast fist made its way to Lee's face when he didn't see it coming from Sakan's back. That same fist sent him into a tree though. Lee, though, was confused. What was that? A fist came out from his back. "What is that?" he said. "Who cares? Just know that you're dead," Sakan said as he flew to Lee to kick his head in, but Sayori intercepted with a nice kick of her own. "Surprise, bitch," she kicked his face, sending him to another tree. She then threw shuriken at him to finish it, but Sakan dodged it. "Come, Lee." "Right." The two Konoha genin charged Sakan, while Shikamaru, Kiba, and Naruto dealt with Tayuya. "You pricks think you can get to this coffin. You're dead fucking wrong, ass lickers." Naruto winced. "Geez, her verbiage is gross." Luna looked at Naruto shockingly. "And yours is any better?" Naruto nodded his head. "I'd like to believe so, yes. And who the fuck are you lying to?" "Okay. So you and Luna ganging up on me isn't cool. Okay? Cut it out." Naruto thought, feeling attacked. Naruto turned to Luna. "Luna, Akamaru, do what we spoke about. Shikamaru, Kiba, let's do it." "Yeah," they said before Luna and Akamaru peeled off. Naruto cracked his neck. "Time I let loose too. You watching, Fuzzy Nuts?" "Am I ever not watching?" Kurama said, finally about to see things get interesting. "You." That sounded kinda stalkerish, but whatever. Naruto analyzed his opponent before him. "I don't know what her game is, but I'm about to end it quick." Naruto charged at her and engaged her in taijutsu, but Tayuya grabbed the coffin and moved away before Naruto can strike. "Pussy!" he shouted before running after her. Naruto frowned as he made 3 wood clones to help in the offensive pressure. They all charged at Tayuya and readied their jutsu. "Wood style! Wood dragon jutsu!" The clones shout as 3 dragons made of wood came rushing at Tayuya, who panicked. "Shit! He's a wood style user," she thought as she dodged his attacks. The original Naruto ran up the one of the wood dragons with great speed with his sword drawn, ready to cut her down, but when he moved to strike her, she turned around and countered with her flute, making her hold the coffin behind her with one hand. The Inuzuka came in fast and moved to grab the coffin. "Give it here," Kiba shouted. With one hand on the coffin, she lost it thanks to Kiba's quick timing. "Shit," she said. Kiba moved quickly to get away, but Tayuya seemed to be after him. "Get back here, mutt." Though she was interrupted by Naruto's clone, who emerged from the tree. "Fire style, fireball jutsu," the clone shouted as it shot out a fireball at her. Tayuya used the substitution jutsu to evade it, but that didn't mean she was put of the woods. "Where is she?" "She's making a beeline for Kiba." Naruto 2.0 is with Shikamaru going around the bushes to intercept her, while Naruto 3.0 is going to assist retrieving Sayori and Lee. "We're sticking to the plan and cutting them off at Luna and Akamaru's cutoff point," Naruto's would clone aka Naruto 4.0 said, the original Naruto side, as he nodded his head. "Great. Keep an eye out," he said as he used the body flicker to get to Luna and Akamaru. "How are things going?" Luna smiled. "We're good to go. Akamaru here is a good little helper." Akamaru barked while wagging his tail in approval. "Now all we do is wait till Kiba and Shikamaru get here." Sayori and Lee suddenly appeared along with Naruto 3.0 behind them. "Thanks, Dispel Now." The wood clone nodded and puffed into smoke. Sayori frowned. "Explain this plan to me again. You see, I had you two challenge that Sakan character as besides me. You two have the best taijutsu in the group and would work well in holding him off and away from the group together, which it worked. Me, Kiba, and Shikamaru were to engage the girl. I was to distract her while Kiba would grab the coffin and split while Shikamaru trapped her. My clone was to basically get you guys and bring you here, and you 3 were supposed to retreat while me and Shikamaru finished the 2 off, but shit got crazy, so thankfully I thought of plan B, which was Sayori asked. Have Luna and Akamaru set up these traps here? As soon as Kiba and Shikamaru pass this point, which I hope they do, Luna and Akamaru said of the explosions and we all retreat. Though my clones tell me that Sakan is moving pretty fast. Get ready. Your plan is absolutely crazy, Naruto. Naruto grinned at his girlfriend. Sometimes, crazy works. Akamaru sniffs the air and barks. They're here. Go. Set it off. Naruto says as the group jumped away with Shikamaru and Kiba right behind them. Sakan and Tayuya, who were so pissed off that they went into Curse Seal Level 1, ran at the group with great speed. Luna and Akamaru stopped to set off the next explosion that was near, but once they did, Sakan used ninja wire to grab Akamaru and pin him to the tree branch that was going to explode. Kiba heard his companion whimper and turn around. No, Akamaru! He shouted as he threw the coffin at Shikamaru and ran back to his dog, though. He body-checked Sakan back into the direction of the explosion. When it went off, both Akamaru and Kiba as well as Sakan fell down a cliff that was nearby. Where the fuck did that cliff come from? It was never there when we came. Shit. Inazuka-sama is gonna kill me, Naruto thought as he prayed Kiba was alright. The poor kid, Luna shouted. I know. Shit. We can't worry about it now. I have to keep going. We can't dash. Suddenly though, another person came and kicked Shikamaru in the face. The Nara had let go of the coffin thanks to the attack and landed on Lee and Sayori. What the fuck, Naruto said as he went to pull out his sword, but the mysterious person didn't allow him to and kicked his sword arm away from the weapon and kicked him into the tree. They then shot some type of knife into Naruto's shoulder, pinning him to the tree. Ah! The blonde screamed. Luna saw Naruto get hurt and moved to attack, but the same knife attack was launched at her, stabbing her in her hind leg. Oh, shit! She screamed, though she did try to launch her lightning hounds at the man, but he swiftly grabbed the coffin and moved to Tayuya's branch before it even launched. The three shinobi got up and saw what happened. Naruto! Luna! Sayori shouted. Relax, I'm fine, though Luna. Luna looked absolutely finished. Both her legs from front to back were injured greatly. I think this eye is it for me, Naruto Keikuen. Naruto nodded. Thank you for your help here today, Luna-ka-chan, but I need to ask you one more thing. Luna looked up at him. Go to my father. Get his help. I haven't heard back from Choji or Lee. This mission has become a whole lot messier. Luna nodded her head. Why yeah. I will, maybe I'll get some help from your doctors too. Take care, Naruto-kun, and when you get to your brother, kick his ass. Naruto nodded his head and watched as the white fox disappeared from view, heading back to the office of the Hokage. You think she'll be all right? Sayori asked. Of course she is. She's Luna, the wife of Kurama and the current clan head of the Kitsune. She isn't easy to kill, though that did put her out of good commission though. I couldn't in good conscience let her continue, especially with him here. The others looked at the guy beside Tayuya in curiosity. He had pale skin, vivid green eyes, angular facial features, 2 scarlet dots on his forehead and shoulder-length white hair, which he wore divided down the middle on his head in a zigzag hair parting with 2 separate partings on either side of his face. He wore a specialized version of the traditional otonin ensemble, consisting of a light lavender, loose-fitting, long-sleeved, zip-up shirt, black pants cut off around mid-calf, bandages wrapped around his ankles, traditional shinobi sandals, and a purple, rope-like belt tied in an inverted bow around his waist. He also wore 2 red, tube-like hair ornaments, one on either side of his head, securing 2 locks of his silvery white hair. His curse mark is seen at the base of his throat, where it is a circular pattern of 3 curved lines. Who the hell is that guy? Shikamaru asked. Naruto walked forward after he pulled out the knife and inspected it. Once he saw the blade, he knew exactly what he was dealing with, which made him a bit worried. He's of the Kagaya clan. Though they were labeled extinct, there had to have been survivors. Where Orochimaru found one is completely lost to me. Sayori frowned. She heard a bit about the clan in her history lessons with her elder brother, Itachi. They were the clan that can use their bones as weapons. Shikamaru sighed, having also heard about them through a book his father would make him read. Troublesome. The Kagaya guy turned to Tayuya. Tayuya, I could kill you for your incompetence, but then you being alive would suit me more than you being dead. Keep these lowlifes off my back, while I'll bring the Uzumaki to Lord Orochimaru. To the Uchiha I is in there too, Kimimaro. That made Kimimaro widen his eyes. Well, seems you guys competent after all. I suppose I won't have to kill you for your failure of bringing the Uzumaki to Orochimaru-sama on time. Take care of these losers. With that, Kimimaro was off. That motherfucker. I'm a loser. Nah. Oh hell nah. Well then, you better catch up and prove him wrong then, Shikamaru said as he stepped out in front. Shikamaru dash. Naruto, it's already too late in the story to be all this worried. You know the rules. We have a mission, you're a Chunin just like I am. This red-headed idiot is mine. Even if it's such a drag. I'll protect you and ensure you guys reach your goal, so go on. What are all waiting around here for? The bone freak is that way. Flashback end. Lee, Sayori. Flashback. The trio that was left to hunt down that last of the sound members was Naruto, Sayori, and Lee. They had all entered a clearing and was near the border of the Fire Nation. Kimimaro was standing there with the coffin at his side as he just blankly stared at the three. It seems that Tayuya was unable to take care of such trash, which only makes her trash as well. Well, if she's still alive, I'll have to kill her for her failure. Lee grew angry at him. How can you talk about a comrade like that? She's your teammate. Aren't you worried about her? Kimimaro looked at Might Guy's clone with a look of judgment and spoke. Of course not. She knows her duties to Orochimaru-sama and she failed to follow through with them. She's weak. Lord Orochimaru has no uses for weak people. Naruto smirked. Well, guess he must be blind as a bat because he's recruiting my brother of all people. Your Orochimaru fellow isn't too bright a guy, is he? The Oto Nin glared hard at Naruto with his emerald eyes. Do not talk ill of Lord Orochimaru or I'll kill you where you stand. Naruto, Lee, and Sayori smirked. Well, if you're feeling froggy then, I can't stop you from leaping, Sayori said. Like she said, I can't stop your takeoff, but I'm definitely going to crash your landing, Naruto said. Kimimaro then grew bones out of his hands. Ready yourselves, Naruto said, pulling out his sword. Yeah, I know, Sayori said as she got her own two kunai out, while also activating her Sharingan. Lee just stood in his natural taijutsu stance. Naruto ran in followed by Sayori. Naruto faked him out, appearing behind Kimimaro. He's fast, Kimimaro noted to Naruto. Sayori moved to attack him first. She went for a slash but Kimimaro easily with a parry with his bone blade. Sayori blocked his attack and sent a swift kick to him, but Kimimaro simply ducked fast and sweeped her legs from the ground, but before he could end her, Naruto came in with his own blade that was meant to cut his back in two, but bones formed on his back to stop the blade. What the fuck? Naruto shouted before he saw Kimimaro move in a blur and moved to stab him. Naruto by an inch dodged his attack, though it grazed him and giving him a good cut in his left side. Kimimaro, being the flexible freak that he was, spun around quickly, aiming a kick to Naruto's face, but he jumped back before he was hit. The two then went on to have a kenjutsu battle. Kimimaro pushed Naruto hard, but the blonde stood his ground, defending his attacks while well. Kimimaro began getting tired of him. He began to use to two bones this time, which put Naruto on an even more difficult standpoint. Kimimaro was fast with his strikes, way faster than Naruto's. Luckily enough, Sayori stepped in and slammed her foot on the back of his right leg. He had to kneel where Naruto then moved to slice his head off, but Kimimaro grew a bone from his collarbone to block the blade. Ha! Both Sayori and Naruto shouted before Naruto and Sayori had to evade Kimimaro's bone bullets that he shot from his fingertips. Naruto growled. Then how about some ninjutsu? You freak? Sayori agreed, slamming her hands together to go through hand seals. Soon, electricity formed in her hand, sparkling bright. As soon as she got her footing in place, she charged in. Naruto charged in with a fast-made Rasengan in hand, though he cranked it up. Fire style, Rasengan. Chidori, 1,000 birds, the two shouted. The Oto Nin himself was frowning. Such troublesome jutas you both wield. But it won't change anything. Those two could kill me. If they touch me, that is, Kimimaro said in a calm attitude. Naruto and Sayori eyed Kimimaro before both ran at him with their jutsu, he sighed. Such direct attacks bore me. Kimimaro just waited till they were close to him. Just wait till they're close and then cut their arms off. As both Sayori and Naruto inched closer to Kimimaro, who began to grow bones, Sayori saw it all. Naruto, don't need to tell me. Kimimaro began his swing to arms to cut them down. Naruto's body flickered behind him, though Kimimaro anticipated that and summoned bones to his back. Sayori saw his moves with her Sharingan, which was why she tried to warn Naruto, though thankfully he knew. She swiftly dodged it by twisting away counterclockwise while also jumping, gracefully avoiding his attack. She landed in front of the slightly shocked Kimimaro. He didn't think she could move that fast. He then looked at her eyes. Well, no wonder Orochimaru-sama wants those eyes so bad. The Sharingan is truly a remarkable power. Both Konoha Nins slammed their attack in the opposite sides of Kimimaro. Rasengan/Chidori, they both yelled. Naruto and Sayori had to push with all their might, seeing as Kimimaro's bones were putting up a great fight. Kimimaro moved to strike down Sayori, who was in front of him, though he began coughing blood because of the pressure on his sick lungs. Because of that, he didn't give enough attention to his defenses, which allowed Naruto and Sayori to strike with their jutsu. The fire scorching his back plus the additional chakra just grinding his flesh together. Then there was the girl, the electricity numbing his entire left part of his upper body. He had luckily shifted a bit, otherwise she would have directly killed him by stabbing his heart. Soon the two have up and backed away, leaving Kimimaro, who was burnt to a crisp and dead, on the floor. Naruto and Sayori smirked at each other. Well, that was anticlimactic, she said. What were you expecting? A giant explosion? Relax. We got him. That was incredible. Real good show of youth. Lee shouted at them. Oh shit, Lee. I forgot about you, he said. Lee then went silent. Am I really that insignificant? He said in a moping voice. No, it's not it. It's just, you were of no help. That's all, Sayori said with a shrug of her shoulders, making Lee mope even harder. Wow. No remorse in that one. I see. She's worse than Kichiro. No fucking kidding, he replied to the fox. Naruto turned to the coffin. Now all we have to do is get the coffin and dash. Suddenly the coffin exploded open from the inside, creating a big cloud of smoke. When the smoke illuminated the area, there was a sense of dread that came with it. Naruto, Sayori, and Lee all watched with awe as the two boys that were in the coffin became clear as day. The two began to laugh as they stood up. This power, the Uchiha said. This is what I'm talking about. This is the power I need, the Uzumaki said. Naruto glared hard. Menma, Sasuke, you cuntlickers, he shouted, anger getting the best of him once he spotted them. Sayori then went. Sasuke, you son of a bitch, what were you thinking? You get your homosexual ass home ASAP. You will be judged for your desertion by our clan. The two laugh in response. I'm going to the Valley of the End. Apparently, I have some unfinished business, Menma spoke. I know where I'm going. With the power I have now, it should be easy to deal with her, Sasuke said. No? A grunted voice yelled. Everyone turned to see Kimimaro get up from the ground with his curse mark activated to level 1. His body was still filled with a hole, and his body was slightly better since he healed a bit, but he still looked a bit burnt up. You must go to Lord Orochimaru. He's waiting for you. Both Menma and Sasuke looked at Kimimaro in annoyance before they looked behind them to see Naruto and Sayori, both objects of their hatred. They obviously knew of what they were going to do, so further words were pointless. The two just simply vanished. In opposite sides, Kimimaro glared. No. Stop. Arc. He grunted in pain as he was dealt with a kick to the face as he landed back down. Naruto and Sayori turned to see that Lee had kicked him in the face. You too know what I'm about to say to you, right? So there is no point in me telling you. I've got this here. Go. Naruto and Sayori nodded their heads. They trusted Lee and all of their comrades to get them here, and they were so close. They will see it through. Wish me luck, Sayori said with a wink. You don't need it. Beat with an inch of his life. She nodded her head. You make sure you do the same. For Kichiro? She said, raising her fist up. For my best fucking friend Kichiro, Naruto said as they both fist bumped. With that, they were off. Lee began crying as he saw Naruto and Sayori's display. That was such a youthful display. Such camaraderie. I will defeat my enemy too. If I don't, I'll do 25,000 push-ups before sunset. If I don't do that, I'll dash. Oh my god. Just shut the fuck up and fight me, for crying out loud. End flashback. All of them sacrificed themselves to get me here. I'll beat you into hell, Naruto said as he glared at Menma, who channeled dark energy. Ah! Die, Naruto! Menma shouted as he began to run at Naruto with increased speed that he never had before. Naruto glared hard at him with his red slitted eyes. He then ran at Menma too, ready to beat the ever-living shit out of him. Menma! He shouted as once the two met towards the middle of the statues. Menma and Naruto caught the other's fists. Though Menma tried to kick him in the head with impressive speed, but Naruto ducked. Naruto then swept his other leg to bring Menma's body back facing the ground so Naruto could then use a heel drop on Menma's stomach to then slam him all the way down to the water. Naruto then landed down there to then step on Menma, but the Uzumaki rolled away to avoid the incoming attack. Menma then twisted his body on the water to then kick Naruto in his back, but then also spin to then get Naruto's stomach with his heel of his left foot too, launching him into the waterfall. He's definitely become more powerful after those goons got to him, but what the hell is this? Beats the fuck out of me, but it feels familiar, yet it's totally strange. I don't know, but whatever it is, it's dangerous. Watch yourself. He may be an idiot that you always used to beat, but he's an idiot with a dangerous technique, Kurama warned. Menma launched at Naruto with great speeds to hit him with powerful chakra-filled punch to the face, but something was off about the chakra. The chakra that surrounded his fist was blackish. Naruto's body flickered away from the attack, which when it hit the wall behind the waterfall, the aftermath was almost as bad as Tsunade's punches. Naruto eyed it in shock. Just what the hell is going on here? What is that chakra? He thought. Menma turned around and cackled like a madman on a heap of heroin. Ha 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 ha. Yes, this is the power that I need. And to think I haven't even mastered this chakra and yet such power. He laughed. Witness this, brother. Witness the power of the Black Nine Tails, the tailed beast of dark chakra. Meanwhile, somewhere else, two men came out of an underground hideout. Are you sure, my lord? Kimimaro and the Sound Four are dead. Kabuto. I know for a fact that they sent out that blonde boy to retrieve the Uzumaki. And if Kidamaru's message was true, then Sasuke-kun has joined up with the Uzumaki to come here. I cannot allow such an opportunity to go to waste. Come now, we must hurry. Yes, my lordship.